Okay, it's time for a new rant video, and this time it's over fake outrage culture. A quick disclaimer: this is going to contain spoilers in regards of the Flash movie, and this is to do with that people have been outraged of the use of the cameos that were in the movie, namely Christopher Reeve and George Reeves, who both played Superman and who both appear as CGI cameos in the actual movie. And obviously people are critics, and some people are saying that it's disrespectful, which I find a bit strange that they're saying this, considering that they've used CGI doubles in movies before. Two examples of this were Harold Ramis, who was Egon Spangler in Ghostbusters 1 and 2, or appears in Ghostbusters Afterlife. Obviously with that they used a body double and CGI'd his face onto the body double. And again, I didn't hear anybody complaining about or articles or videos or YouTube videos, wherever, of it being distasteful. And he had been dead for a good couple of years after Ghostbusters Afterlife came out. Another one would be Paul Walker, who died tragically during the filming of Fast and Furious 7, or Furious 7 as it's known in the States. And then for bits of the film where he couldn't film, they used his brothers as body doubles. And then towards the end of the movie, they used a CGI version of his face onto his brother's body. Again, I didn't sit there and see people complaining that it was distasteful. And to be honest, I'm getting really sick to death of this fake outrage culture where people are getting outraged over stupid things and over silly little dumbass things. Now, I could understand it, for example, if, you're using the character's images in a disrespectful way, which I didn't think it was when I watched the movie. And then secondly, even if you're going to use a likeness of a character or an actor that is dead, you normally have to ask the family estate for permission to use the likeness of that particular actor anyway. So if they had an issue with it, they would have not given them permission to use their likeness in the actual movie. And it just shows that once again that this isn't to do with the disrespect of using dead actors' likenesses in movies. It's really to do with all the fact that they just want to crap on the Flash movie, and also anything that's associated with DC Comics. And you wouldn't see them if they were using a likeness of a dead actor in Marvel. In the Marvel, say, for example, someone like Stan Lee, for example, who used to appear in cameos in all the movies. You wouldn't see people complaining about it. So I don't understand what the fuss is about. And as I've said, that I actually find it distasteful how we're starting to see this fake outrage culture where people are getting outraged over stupid things. Some of this I partially blame on social media, where people haven't got anything else better to do with their lives, or too much time on their hands. Also with these critics, where they've basically got nothing to sit there to talk about, where again they have to be outraged about something to get clicks and views and to stay relevant. It's a similar thing that we see that happens in the gaming community as well, when it comes to outrage about a certain video game franchise or companies being bought out, or certain video game franchises, as I said before. And it's getting utterly ridiculous. I know I'm making this video and it's kind of not going to reach a large audience in terms of people watching this video and understanding where I'm coming from, because obviously I'm a small-time YouTuber, but this is just getting absolutely ridiculous in my book. And there's really things that people should be outraged about, where it's to do with the way that the elderly aren't being looked after, the cost of living crisis, the energy crisis, LGBT rights, bullying, racism. There's so many other things that we should be focusing on, equality, that we should be focusing on, but we're being outraged over stupid things where if you're going to use the likeness of somebody, you're going to have to ask permission of somebody. And there is this tweet that the actor John Glover made in regards of his response to of people complaining about the use of Christopher Reeve's likeness in been used in the movie, and I urge people to look for it on his Twitter handle, and I may even put the link of it in the actual description. But yeah, absolutely stupid, and I'm really getting sick to death of this fake outrage culture.